Hi folks, here, right, carrying on from that last clip. It's now later in the day. It is 5 o'clock, just gone. And so a lot of these pieces here, I've already glazed the inside of them. And some of these here I've already dipped. Ooh, let's see, I missed a complete bit there. I've dipped the outside as well. Yeah, incidentally, I just noticed then there's a little place there where maybe where my finger, when I hold it like that, you know, to dip it into the bucket, and sometimes there you just need sometimes to do a little touch up, you know. That's just normal, isn't it, for glazing? Especially on the rims. On the rims where a finger might have been and you didn't, if you don't go over it afterwards, it'll leave a mark, you know. So I'm just actually doing these guys. I'm doing something different with these. I don't usually do that with these tankards, but I thought, as I was doing with those other tumblers, I would also, and then the bottom half where it's down here where there isn't, I'll just spray wood ash lightly around there. So yeah, let's just do a few of these. The part of the reason I'm doing this is because, see, normally what I might do with these is, well, like the Sullivan ones here, is dip them all over, you see, down to the bottom. Trouble is, with the white glaze here, I haven't got enough glaze in the bucket, enough depth. So that's partly why I'm doing this trick. So I'll just do a couple more of those and then we'll zoom over there to the other side. Let's just get this camera down more or less like that, yeah. So with these, what I do is I dip the handle first, just like that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is just take this, and much like the beakers, give it the same treatment. La, la, la. They're a little bit freehand feeling, which is quite nice, I think. When you do this pouring, you want to be a bit definite about it. What I mean by that is, don't be half-hearted or hesitant. Yeah, I'm trying to get this lot through so I can get it in the kiln. It's like I'm feeling in a bit of a rush, you know. It does take a little extra time doing the raw glazing, if you're not familiar. And what I'll do with these is, I'll band iron oxide and cobalt around the top just a little bit, and then, as I said, a little bit of wood ash just lightly sprayed around the base. That will be it, because the actual glaze itself is a decoration in itself. I don't really want to feel like I've got to decorate more again, you know. Otherwise the whole thing becomes just over decorated. And we don't want that. Leave room for the clay to speak, for the kiln to speak, for the glazes to speak. Don't feel that you've got to do all the talking. Leave a little room, you know. I'll do one more, then I'm going to zip over there to the... I'm trying to do some decorations, you know. Sounds a bit desperate, doesn't it? Well, you know, to be honest, that is a kind of slightly new shape for me, and I don't want to just put on foxgloves, you know. I just feel like, you know, let's do something a little, yeah, be creative, you know, do something different. Okay, so that's that. Let's just go over to the, oops, let's go around this way. The fire is busily working away. It's got a fan behind the fire pushing the air against the stove. That's a good tip. A good tip. So yeah, these guys here, you can see I'm just getting them ready for spraying with my compressor there with a wood ash. And over here, doing these guys I was doing with you earlier on today. So I'm just here at the decorating table. Yeah, the last firing I had a problem with my cobalt. I was not happy with the way the cobalt was behaving. So I've had to put out some new. So this is what we've got. Put one over there. Actually, what I was doing with these is I was doing a little bit of so here, I should bring the camera down. Lighting's a bit poor, isn't it, over here? Hang on a minute, I've got another light up here. Let's see if I can get that one. Aha! Well, that helps, doesn't it? A little bit more. A bit more light. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Wake up, Simon. So yes, here I've got my iron oxide. Iron oxide here, synthetic red iron oxide with a little bit of red clay, 25% red clay, 75% synthetic red iron oxide, and this is the cobalt pigment. It's not pure cobalt, it's only 25% cobalt, but it's 25% red iron oxide, synthetic red iron oxide, and 25% manganese dioxide, and 25% dry crushed porcelain clay body. So that's what we use for decorating. That's my dad's recipe. Let's get this back on the tripod. Let's just do a couple. Yeah, it's good to see, isn't it? A bit of, it's just nothing fancy, just, yeah. So I glazed these. You saw me make them, you saw me finish them off, you saw me, now you see me glaze them. Yes, so what I was going to do is the spatter technique. I'm using one of these kind of brushes, and I'm taking you have to get load the brush, not too heavy, and what I'm doing is I'm striking the brush against my left hand, so the abruptness of that me doing that causes the pigment to fly onto the pot in a kind of random. Now it can get it so it's a little bit heavy. It's a little bit heavy. I don't want it to be too heavy. Like that. Now I'm taking a little bit of this pigment, the cobalt pigment. And what I'm going to do is I'm just doing a squiggle. It's like that, you see. Well, that's very arty, son. Well. Once. Twice. It's just we'll do another. I may just leave some of these a little bit just as they are. Yeah, it's a little bit heavy. Too much pigment coming out there. You get a kind of random flick effect. So it sort of looks like that. It's very random, you know, you can't really control it too much. Alright, I think I've done enough of them. So I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do a few of these. Like that. Hope you can see that. We'll do one more. You know, often you start out doing some decorating and then you feel, nah. Oh, I've done that one already. You feel sort of, nah, I don't really feel so good about that one after all. And you have to change tack. Well, that's what I do anyway. Let's bring that camera or zoom it in. Hang on. Get down. Yeah, something like that. So if I put 4 flecks on it, just a bit down from the lip there, one. You do one, then you want to go around, do the one directly opposite, approximately, if you can. I get a bit self-conscious with my brushwork sometimes. So now I'm doing this flicking, you see, like that. Get the flick. Yeah, so these around the base here where there's nothing, they'll be just lightly sprayed over with wood ash using my compressor. Let's do another while we're in the flow. So, load a brush, decide where you're going to strike, okay, and what you want it to be is definite about it, don't be hesitant. These kind of brush work, you need to be a little bit decisive. As you do a stroke with the brush, you immediately think, yes, good one, I like it. Or you think, oh no, it didn't work, you know, it didn't. Just didn't get that. How many have I got there already? Yeah, I've got one more to do. That. Let's get that flicking action going again with this brush. This is just a bit of... Let's create a bit of interest there. Yeah, like that. There it is. A few more to do of those. Hey, thanks for... Oh, I forgot I had the length. It zoomed in a bit, didn't I? Thanks for joining us, folks. This is the nitty-gritty of pottery. You know, we're putting our best efforts into the clay as much as we can, and yeah. So have a go. Have a go at doing some raw glazing. I recommend it. It's a little bit more trouble, but the actual glazing. But once you get used to it, it's okay. It doesn't really take that much longer, really. So yeah, go to my website, simonleachpottery.com. Join us for a workshop next year, 2019. Dates are up there on the website. Check the website out. I'm trying to get more pots. All of these pots, I'll take a load of these down to Virginia to this workshop, and we'll probably sell some down there. And what we don't sell, we'll bring back, and they'll go on the website. So look out for them. And we'll hopefully try and do a review of the pots as they come out of the kiln. Time allowing. Hey, keep practicing along with me, because I'm still practicing, and I'll see you very soon. Okay, take care, bye bye.